All right, everybody. So typically, when I have slabs in front of you, it's a PSA reveal. The OGs know there's no blue light on, so this is not a PSA reveal. It is an eBay reveal. So I did an auction. I actually sold some cards through PSA as well. I'll get into the breakdown. This is going to be a high-level breakdown of what to expect if you do auction cards. A lot of people are against it. Some people are for it. I'm going to give you 3 random tips off the top of my head later on in the video on what I did. So I ran an auction, 10-day auction. I always do 10-day auctions. I'll get to that later. My goal was to have $2,000 in sales. I actually did more than that. So, and I also don't watch the auctions and how they do because there's nothing you can do unless you shill bid. I don't shill bid, whatever. So, but I decided to look into what does it look like an hour before the first one closes, and what could I expect after that, and that's what I have right here. So, the auction that ended today, 9/7. So an hour before the first card ended at 5:55 Pacific Standard Time. I checked it. My total was 1368. I ended at 2106.60. That is a $738 difference, about a 33% difference that I gained in the last hour. It's about what you can expect. Another reason why not to watch your auctions. Now, the breakdown. 37 cards here in front of you, or 37 slabs, all graded by PSA, all graded through me, me. And this is what it is. So, 3 stacks. The one on the left here, the one with the Mason Win on the front. This is my 84% and below market or where I had it listed. Because some of these cards I did have listed a little high. So I didn't want to do where I listed it. But all these were, at one point, on Buy It Nows. 2 common themes. Number 1, a lot of baseball. The prospects did not do well. Unnumbered prospects do not do well. Do not auction megas of guys who are not up yet. Cooper Pratt is, I think, a top 3 brewer in their organization. Don't do his unnumbered stuff. Louis Arise, although he does have a chance at the batting title this year, which is insane, didn't do well. Jalen McMillan fell apart. He did not do well. Jared Cerna, again, another prospect. This card went for like $2 or something. Just got throttled on that. And then Carson Williams actually didn't perform very well. I thought he was going to do well. And another Louis Rise, the rookie auto. The rookie auto, I still got over $100, but I was expecting more. But yeah, those are the ones that did 84% or below compared to market or where I have it listed. The stack in the middle is the 85 to 100. These are the ones that were close to expectations or met expectations. So a constant theme. First of all, this card right here, I think went for $39. So if you have one of those, get it done. Justin Jefferson die cut rookie. Neighbors did about where I thought. So did Bo Nix. Bo Nix did about where I thought. He didn't do anything special. The Burrow, this one actually ended up right at 85% of where I had it listed. I thought I was going to do better on the Burrow. Caleb was kind of in the middle as well. Oh, actually, you know what? One of the Caleb cards actually did pretty well. I'll show that again in a minute. Jaden did okay. This card, I was hoping to get $5. I ended up getting like $4.50 for it, so that deserves to be on that. There's a holo of Bo Nix. This card just, I don't know, his stuff is just absolutely tanked lately. I don't know why. Fernando Tatis. Xavier Worthy. Jacob Wilson. I thought this was going to do 400. It did 365. So it did qualify for this stack. Just not where I wanted it to be. Penix about where I thought. Tyrone Tracy about where I thought. And last one is Jose Barrios. Who, looking back, I probably should have held on to because of the playoffs coming up. Probably should have held on to that one, but you know, we all make mistakes in life. So 16 of those. So about 43% of the cards go for about market. I always say it's half, a third, and then 17% of what you list, 1 out of 7, actually go beyond market. This one did really well. So this one was 7 of the 37, so about 19%. Went above market. So the Jaden Daniels, I thought this was going to go for 60, went for 65 or something. I had this listed at 60 and it sold for 70. JJ McCarthy, I had this listed for 150, went for 165. The Rattler, I thought I was going to get 150 for it. Actually went for, I think it was like 175. The Bowers, I was hoping to get 70, got 80. This Ripken, I was hoping to get 35, got 38. And then this one, I thought I was going to get 200, ended up getting like 205 or something, but still above 100%. So that is the breakdown you can expect when you do auctions, okay? Now, I did do a separate auction with PSA. I had 3 Jaden Daniel autos that I got graded 1 gem and 1 9. Was it 2 midnights and a finest? The finest gemmed and then the midnight split. So at 4:55, because I had to meet up with my parents for my mom's birthday. I was at 12:03. It ended at 15:17. I thought when I saw 12:03, I was like, "Oh shit, this thing's gonna go. These are gonna go for a really good amount." And nothing really came in the last hour and a half. So you can see it just came in, difference about 20%. And Jaden had a decent game, I thought. I have my laptop here. I haven't even checked my bets. Like, I've been so out of it. I don't even know if I won. So, yeah, Jaden 19 to 30 for 233 and a touchdown. So that's a decent game. I thought he was actually going to have like a really good finish to the last couple hours, and it just didn't happen for some reason. So, I don't know. Very, very, very interesting, though. But on the PSA, total 3 cards, includes raw grading and shipping, was $10.14. After fees, I'm going to collect about $13.19, which is going to give me about 30% ROI. So not horrible, not exactly what I thought. When I saw 2 gems and a 9, I thought I was going to take home about $1,600 to $1,700. Obviously, that didn't happen, but that happens in life. But yeah, so overall, that's the results of my auction that just ended on the Benny Break 702 eBay page, not store. And here's some hints. Number 1, do 10-day auctions. End them either on Sunday night or Monday night. And make sure you end them at a good time for East and West Coast. Basically, I would say anything past 5:45 Pacific time or 8:45 Eastern time is where you want to go. And also when you have the ends, because you can set it up to where you can actually schedule them out all the way through. So like I had a baseball card ending every minute, and I had a football card ending every minute. You want to make sure you do that. You don't want to have all your cards end the same minute. You also don't want to have, let's say this Carson Williams ends at 5:55, and the next card ends at 6:01, and the next card ends at 6:13. You're spacing your shit out too much. Don't want to do that. So that's a big one right there. Number 2 is the gutsy. And a lot of people don't do this because they don't want to get screwed, but they wonder why their shit stays in their store for so long. Is start your cards at 99 cents. I know that's going to get a lot of people to type in capital letters to me, whatever. I just told you, my goal was $2,000. I did over $2,000. You can see the stack right here. Like I always say, about a third of the cards are going to do less than 85% of value. Half are going to do right around where you want it to. And then the other, 1 out of 7, 17%, whatever you want to say, is going to do above where you thought. This stack should overtake the loss that you have in this stack. It's just what's going to happen. Plus, you got to be realistic about your shit, too. Your numbers. It is not 2020, 2021 anymore. It just isn't. Unnumbered stuff goes for what unnumbered stuff goes for. It just does. The Bo Nix Hollow, I thought that was going to get, about 185. It didn't get 185. It happens. A Spectra out of 50 of Caleb Williams, I was hoping to get 200 and it got above 200. That happens. So start your auctions at 99 cents. Bite the fucking bullet and understand a third are going to do below what you think, half are going to do about where you thought, and the others are going to do a little bit better than you think. And then last but not least is, and this one gets overlooked all the time, in your description. First of all, type a description. Don't do the AI bullshit description. If you're still doing AI bullshit descriptions in 2025, you're stupid. Not every card is a must need in everyone's card collection, as the last sentence of all these AI things say. It is stupid. Don't do that. If you want to use a basic one and copy and paste, cool. That's what I do. I have one pre-written out. And then if there's a number, like say like this Spectra, I always put the number in there. So this one I had 26 of 50 listed in there. And then I just had my normal stuff. And in there, I even put in there, ending every minute is a baseball card and a football card. And that way people know that, oh, this guy's selling a lot of stuff. Maybe I can load up a little bit DC sports style and also save them on shipping. And make sure your shipping rates are reasonable. Mine are $5 across the board. I send my cards in, I don't have them already, although I'm about to. I'm about to make about 30 boxes. But I have slab boxes. Just look up 4x6 phone box on Amazon. You'll see these little slab boxes, as I call them. And I send them all in there, protected with dink defenders. I also put a sleeve over each one. Not the PSA sleeve, because that leaves a film on the outside. It's just a normal one, blank one that I use from Amazon. And yeah, so make sure that all that stuff is in there, because that way people will load up. You'll get a lot of questions. People are like, hey, I saw, what is your combined shipping? Well, as the description says, it's an extra 50 cents a slab to cover weight and insurance. And yes, I do combine. The guy's like, okay, cool. You'll get that like 3-4 times. And out of these 37, I had 4 people do multiples of two buys. So it does happen. It does work in your favor. Don't be afraid of doing auctions. That's how eBay is ran. Cards are meant to be in collectors' hands. What I like about auctions is that I know that these are all going to collectors' hands. A few of them might be going to breakers or repackers, but overall, most are going to collectors' hands. I like that part of the hobby. That's kind of the sachet sexiness of it. But that is my breakdown of today's video. Other than these numbers, I have no notes. That was just all a remix off the top of my head. But yeah, I got to get all these out. And anyway, if you like today's video, awesome. I appreciate it. And until next time, everyone, have a great day. Thanks.